Hello everybody, this is Deaf to Falls Music, seemingly back on regular schedule, by the way, bringing you honest music reviews from the hills of eastern Kentucky. And rather than just, constantly apologize and say sorry for the long wait, we're just going to get right into some new tracks here. This is a track review time, not an album review. I figured I'd do something completely fresh, completely new, rather than going into the catalog of music that I have, and just do some new music. So, hope you all enjoy this. We're going to talk about the two new My Morning Jacket tracks that have been leaked in preparation for the new album that was coming out on May 31st, Circuital on ATO Records. This will be My Morning Jacket's sixth album since 1999. Now, for those of you who don't know who My Morning Jacket is, there's this wonderful thing called the internet. Go check it out. And My Morning Jacket are a five-piece rock and roll band from Louisville, Kentucky that's come kind of blazing a trail for the past 13 years. I really can't describe how they make their own, their own style. They really have their own sound and their own feel to it. I mean, yeah, you could compare some bands, like, say, Neil Young or the Flaming Lips, or maybe a little bit of Bob Dylan, but you really can't, pinpoint the exact sound. I mean, at times they're southern, at times they're just balls out rock, sometimes they're country, sometimes they're R&B. They're all these things in once, and of course mixed through this kind of psychedelic mixing bowl. And that's My Morning Jacket for you. So, in order to prepare us for the new album, My Morning Jacket released a bunch of live tracks from their 5-night run at the Terminal 5, and leading to preparation for Circuital. And then they finally released two songs off that album. The title track, Circuital, and the song Holding On to Black Metal. Now, I'm guessing these two songs are going to be singles, but regardless, it's supposed to prepare us for the new album. Now, I'm going to start with the first track that was released, Circuital. I think that was released about last month, I believe. So, without a doubt, Circuital is just classic My Morning Jacket. It really is. It's, you got big booming guitars, soaring vocals, angelic keyboards, and these kind of weird little indie flourishes, picklets on the guitars. The song is kind of low-key and very angelic and very fragile for the first few minutes. Some light flourishes on the keyboards and drums, and of course some acoustic strumming, and of course that angelic croon that Jim James is well known for. But then the song finally kicks in after a few minutes, and that's where the song really shines. It's kind of got this bright, blaring, almost Z sound, almost Gideon kind of build up to it. Of course, with Jim just screaming his ass off into the microphone. It's just classic, powerful, strong My Morning Jacket. It's a classic. It's a song much like their earlier classics off of It Still Moves and Z. It's a song that's more about the journey than the destination. It seems to be one of those songs that unfolds over time. So that's why I liked it so much. It's just classic My Morning Jacket. It's kind of a bridge between the spaciness and craziness that was Evil Urges with some of the more arena rock sounds of 2005 Z. But it still also has the country sound of the earlier albums like It Still Moves, At Dawn, and maybe a little bit of the Tennessee Fire. The band has really come a long way since 1999, and this track is a proud example of that. Really digging the track. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. One of my favorite tracks of 2011. Now, Holding On to Black Metal is a completely different beast. A completely different song. A lot shorter than its previous one. Circuital was about 7.5 minutes. This is about 4.5, I believe. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. How fitting. It's kind of a funky, it kind of has a funky, almost 70s riff. Kind of glam rockish, I suppose. I kind of got a David Bowie feel from this song, to be perfectly honest. It kind of has that funky swagger to it that I really also enjoy. It's almost like a spacier version of something the Rolling Stones would do in the mid-70s. But as far as the riff and the feel goes, because you got the horns and then you got the kind of funkiness of it, but the vocals are anything but in the Stones. It's kind of spacey in a way. Jim James almost sounds very robotic with his vocals. I mean, they're still soulful, don't get me wrong, but it's very hard to really believe that this is a My Morning Jacket song. What with the children's choir singing, and then of course how robotic Jim James' delivery is. It's probably going to be a real epic song live with the arena rock whoa 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 kind of sing along to it. It's just a very funky song, and the horns really add a whole new vibe to the song. If it was just them playing, it probably wouldn't have been as cool as it is. But I think with the added instrumentation to this song, it really adds a whole nother dimension to the recording. It's another track that's very psychedelic. This is going to be a very psychedelic album, judging from these two tracks. I'm really looking forward to hearing the rest of this album, and I'm really looking forward to hearing Holding On to Black Metal in its own context. On its own, it's a little strange, I suppose, for them. It is kind of reminiscent more of the all-around craziness that was Evil Urges, which was not my favorite release from them, but it's high up there, and it's a very eclectic song for My Morning Jacket, and it's very different for them. So all in all, I'm liking this track. I don't like this as much as Circuital, so I'm going to give it a 7. That seems reasonable. I'm really looking forward to hearing the rest of this album, though. I'm really looking forward to hearing the rest of it in this context. So May 31st, I'm definitely picking up Circuital. And I'm probably going to go see My Morning Jacket at the Louisville Palace for the CD release show. Really looking forward to that. That's going to be my third time seeing My Morning Jacket, so yeah, very excited. So anyway, this has been Deaf to Falls Music with these 2 new track reviews. Hope you enjoy it, and hopefully I'll be back on regular schedule giving you honest music reviews from the hills of eastern Kentucky. Enjoy. By the way, this video is as long as the song Circuital. Bye.